Hello guys, thank you for joining us on another video. Dave and Alex here, and today we're going to take a look at the Star Wars The Black Series Boba Fett Tython figure from The Mandalorian. Boba Fett Tython, once regarded as one of the most fearsome and capable bounty hunters in the galaxy, Boba Fett seemingly met his demise in the Sarlacc pit on Tatooine. A survivor to his core, Fett lived to fight another day. Alright, welcome back guys. We are super excited. We have a really cool figure today. The Boba Fett from The Mandalorian, from Tython, from Season 2. Looks awesome, has awesome soft goods cloak. Comes with his gaffy stick and a cycler rifle. So I can't wait to get this opened up and take a closer look at this figure. This was another Walmart find for us. So it seems like Walmart is getting all the new waves in. So if you're looking for these figures, be checking your local Walmart stores for these new waves of Black Series figures. Alright, so let's take a closer look at the box. Some nice looking artwork on the side here from the Mandalorian series.
Yeah, that looks really cool. You see the mountains in the background from Tatooine.
And then on the back, Boba Fett Tython is number 16 in the Mandalorian series. And we have the description and the additional artwork on the back, and then the bottom of the box has a bunch of useless stuff on it. Alright, so let's get this box cracked open. Okay, there we can see the figure in the blister pack, and all of the accessories are revealed. There's even an additional blaster down at the bottom we didn't see, so that's really cool. So we have 3 accessories and the figure itself. Alright, so we got the figure fully unboxed, and he looks pretty cool right out of the box. He has a really cool cloak, soft goods cloak. It looks really good on the figure. It's nicely cut, nicely shaped. The hood lays flat back on the back of the figure, and it is kind of tethered on the edges, so it looks really cool. So let's take a closer look at the figure underneath.
No, wait. No.
Oh,
no!
What is this? It's the same legs from the other Boba Fett figure. The big hunks of plastic again. Why, Hasbro?
Ginormous.
Why?
Look at that knee joint.
This is horrible.
Humongous. Giga.
Well, at least he has a nice, cool-looking gun belt underneath. This is the same plastic legs with the huge hunks of plastic. Kind of disappointing here. That the Throne Room Boba Fett that we reviewed a few days ago has. So kind of disappointing. And then it has the same plastic, the soft plastic that you can move up and down. But at least on this figure, the cloak hides all that, so that makes it kind of nice that you can hide those ugly legs. And then looking at the head sculpt, it may be the same head sculpt that the Throne Room Boba Fett has. We'll have to get our figure out and do a comparison later in the video, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Okay, so after the shock and disappointment of seeing those legs underneath there, Alex has got the figure posed up with all the accessories. The accessory, he comes with the gaffy stick and a cycler rifle, which looks great on the figure.
Yeah. He also comes with the pistol, which is the same pistol that comes with the Throne Room Boba Fett.
Yeah, and he does have a holster for that pistol over here on the side. So posed up with all the accessories and that soft goods cloak, I gotta say this figure looks more deluxe than the actual deluxe Boba Fett figure.
I think it does here too.
So I mean, it looks good, but yet this figure here is a deluxe figure, which had a higher price than this figure. So it makes no sense, because when you're looking at them side by side, this figure looks more deluxe, and the soft goods has, and the accessories have a lot to do with that. The gaffy stick has paint apps on it. The cyclo rifle has multiple paint apps on it with some gold and brass looking paint apps. So really, really nice figure, despite the legs, but at least they can be concealed on this figure, whereas these legs cannot be. And just standing there, yeah, that plastic looks good, but like in real life, when you handle the figure, when you put the figure in different poses and you have to deal with those legs, it's just not a good experience. It doesn't look good when you spread the legs apart and articulate the knees and stuff. So if this Boba Fett had a cloak, skirt type karma or skirt, and it would cover up these legs, I think that would look make this figure look a lot better. And it would give it that more deluxe look. Alright, so here you can see the head sculpts appear to be the same. It looks like the Boba Fett, Throne Room Boba Fett, might have a few additional paint apps on the head. But it looks like the sculpt itself is the same. Yeah. So it is a nice looking sculpt. I really like it.
Me too.
I just wish the scars on it had more flesh tones instead of white, like a white look to them.
Yeah, and it should have more scars on the Tython Boba Fett head, because this is before he got his armor back, and this is before he took over Jabba's palace or Bib Fortuna's palace. So this was before he got in the bacta tank. So he should have more scars on his head, like all around and everything. Yeah, he should definitely be more scarred. All right, so let's take a closer look at the figure under the cloak and see what else we have here. So he has a kind of like a bandolier here coming up through to his gun belt and over his shoulder. So here is his blaster pistol and holster, and the blaster pistol you can see here, it is the same as the Throne Room Boba Fett. Yeah, here's the Throne Room one right here.
And it fits nicely into the holster. Then on the back here, you can see there's some extra molded plastic here around the belt. The belt is really thick. It comes down, and then it has this flap of soft, like plastic vinyl. And then you can see the bandolier going up the back. So this figure would look pretty good without the soft goods cloak, but obviously it looks a lot better with it. And then the arms here, you can see a single elbow joint. And he has swivel wrist with a hinge. And he has some gloves with purple tips on it. So I don't know where those came from, but and of course we have the big chunky legs, and you can spread them apart pretty far. He has upper thigh rotation, lower shin rotation, and then of course we have the massive knee joints. So despite the thick overuse of plastic in the legs with this molded fabric design, it does have decent articulation. And I really love the gun belt. That gun belt looks good. You have like some brass paint apps there for the ammunition, and it looks like they're in there. Some of them are pushed down further than others, so it looks really cool. Alright, so here's an example of a great pose Alex did with the figure. And you can see that even though with all that heavy plastic on the figure, you can still do some great poses with this figure. And the soft goods cloak just sets off any pose that you do. So really cool. Alex, how do you rate the Boba Fett Tython?
I think I'll give it a 9 out of 10. And everything about this figure is absolutely perfect, except for those big chunky legs. I just wish it didn't include those. I wish they could have worked something else out, because those are just ginormous. It's just really not. It doesn't look good, especially. It doesn't really look good, especially in a pose like this, where it just looks like it's just sitting there. Should be kind of like drooping down, because it's fabric. It's not actually supposed to be plastic in the show and like real life. But yeah, I think this figure is insane. Except for that, like the accessories are nice, and I agree with thinking that it's more deluxe than the actual deluxe throne room Boba Fett, and the cloak is amazing. I like how it has kind of like ragged edges to make it look like it's been torn, like worn by Boba Fett for quite a long time until he got his armor back. But yeah, that's what I rate this figure.
Yeah, for me, I agree. I'm going to rate it 4 stars. I'm going to take a star off for the legs, the massive plastic legs. That there should have been something else done there, and but at least with this figure, you can conceal them with the cloak, and the cloak is excellent, and the rest of the figure is excellent. The articulation is really good, and I love the gun belt and on the body, and with the brass paint apps, it really looks cool. The head sculpt is pretty good. So all around, it's a great looking figure, and again, like we said earlier, this figure looks more deluxe than the actual deluxe Boba Fett throne room figure that we reviewed a few days ago. So yeah, 4 stars for me. I would have liked to have seen this figure come with an additional head sculpt with that rage expression on his face when he's like coming down with the gaffy stick on stormtroopers. That would have been really cool if we got an extra head sculpt with this figure.
Yeah.
All right, guys, thank you for joining us on this video. Please leave us a like. That really helps out our channel. Leave us a comment down below. Tell us what you think of Boba Fett Tython. And subscribe to the channel. If you're not a subscriber, we'd love to have you. Alex, take us out.
May the Force be with you, always, and this is the way.